You are your hospital experience. So recently I've had my own hospital experience. It's been after a long time. It was with chronic pain, so I thought I might mention it here as I talk about chronic pain here. And I always say that medication, when it's necessary, I totally support it. It's here for us. Everything is here for us as tools, but it needs to be really aligned with us. And so I guide you to see what does it mean to be aligned with yourself and how to understand your pain and how to reconnect with your body. So a treatment in the hospital or advice from a specialist, all of that is great, but I have been through many negative experiences through the hospitals when I wasn't believed, where I was treated as if it can't be pain. The scans usually ended up being negative, and there was always basically no source, no physical source of the pain. So it is one of the reasons why I do these videos, because I have learned how to not only cope with pain, but how to release pain and how to navigate it through life and how to maybe manifest through it and how to learn that it doesn't have to be something wrong with you and you can still feel physical pain. And so I must say this hospital experience I had recently was one of the best so far. It hasn't been the top of where I want to get, but I want to go through it with you here a little bit from the energetical point of view and from my observations of basically how I've grown and what I've understood from it. And so the main difference, me having this experience compared to the experiences I used to get few years ago, is the relationship I have built with myself, the trust that I have built with myself. I think the most significant thing was that I changed and I could see resulting this experience, because every experience just mirrors the state that you're at. So this is how you create your life, how you can change it. It's never about the people, they're just mirroring where you're at, what you're ready to hear, what you're ready to understand, what you're ready to know, what action you're ready to take. And so all of this combined, the most important change or shift I have seen was the confidence of building the awareness that I have the right to decide about my body, and that no matter what the results are, I have the right to make the decisions. And also I have the right to take a step back and think about it if things seem very sudden. Because previously, some years ago, I have been still in the mindset, I have to respond, I have to make a quick decision, I have to, because that's how we've been brought up, most of us, and we have had to take quick action and just like look for the quick fix, because it wasn't comfortable, maybe for the ones surrounding us when we were growing up, for us to feel pain and for us to feel emotions. But as I have learned to feel through my emotions and understand them and be able to be there for myself during them, so this experience was so different in that state of the freedom. Obviously there was fear from my side. I went into it with fear. I was resisting going to see a specialist for some time because of those previous bad experiences, and I didn't want to be treated that way, and that's okay. You can be aware of having fear and doing the things anyway. That's an important thing. We don't need to be fear-free. We can do things even if we have fear, but the awareness about I have fear and I can still do it and go there and take the steps because I know that I will learn something. So this is basically what I went there with. I was ready to learn more, reconnect more, and that was the difference, that the mirror of the people that were guiding me through this experience, or it was a series of experiences, were mirroring this state. They were understanding, they were respectful, they were giving me the space and time to think about what I want to do. They were listening to what I was saying. But this is only because I shifted over the years of the self-healing journey, and I have started listening to myself. I have started trusting my body. I have started believing in the best outcome, not in the worst outcome. Previously, this chronic pain was different, but previously my chronic pain were mainly migraines, and the state where I was at, I was believing that I'm basically dying, that there must be some illness, there must be something wrong with me. That was the mindset, and I was very low on confidence and very low on any ability to decide on my own, because the authority seemed so strong to me that I wasn't willing to question what was said to me, wasn't willing to question the treatments that were proposed to me, and I just did it. And then later on, maybe I regretted it a little bit. I do believe that we learn through our scars and through these experiences, but it wasn't the ideal state, definitely. And I can today say that this experience was so much better, but I know I can get it even higher. I can connect with my body even more. I can be there even more, and I can know, we can develop this knowing of what exactly is happening. So definitely the diagnostics, because what we go there for, to the doctor, and this is so important to differentiate, that we go there for a diagnostics of the current state. So we get some scans, or we get some test results that demonstrate the current state and nothing else. We cannot take it so seriously, because the current state can change within days, right? And then no longer these results will be accurate. And so I used to, in the past, take it so seriously that it's basically the end of it. It's done, because that's the state and I cannot change it. But we can do so much about our state, and mainly what I was focused on, because previously I was focusing on finding the problem. I was finding the problem, what is wrong with me? I have pain, therefore something's wrong with me. But this is a detrimental approach to your pain. The approach to pain, really, I'm gonna say must, because it must be, in my opinion, looking for the good outcome. Because if you're gonna be focusing on where's the problem, you're gonna find the problem. But what you want to focus on is these results often show you there's not a problem with so many things. And this can help you fortify the confidence within yourself that, wow, I thought I didn't know before. I thought there must be something wrong. And then we didn't find a significant problem. Therefore, there's so much good in the results, and I think we put low importance on how good the results are, and instead we're still searching and we're focusing so much energy in finding the solution. Like there must be something wrong because I'm feeling chronic pain. But chronic pain is something that has been built up from your whole ancestral line. And one important thing about pain, feeling pain in the body, it seems as if it's worse than not feeling pain. But there's a difference between feeling pain, not feeling pain, and being pain-free. And in order for you to be pain-free, you must go through allowing yourself to feel, not necessarily pain, but emotions and your whole aspect, your individual aspects. And so I'm going to repeat this because it's so important to understand that not feeling pain can be a state where we're disconnected from our pain. We don't allow ourselves to feel our pain to survive. That might have been the case for the whole ancestral line of yours, because they weren't able to feel pain. They had to suppress the pain, and then we might end up in the same patterns of suppressing pain with caffeine, sugar, alcohol, drugs, whatever, medication. There's so many ways, or just by ignoring it, that's also suppressing the pain. So we really need to understand that it not necessarily, I'm not saying always, but not necessarily it's a bad thing if you're feeling pain, because you're already in the phase of feeling, therefore you're able to go into the phase of pain-free life. You have this ability, you can work with that pain, you can work with that energy, and this is so important to understand that not feeling pain can be the suppression of pain, and mostly it is. It is the fact of not feeling. And we would like to be pain-free without feeling the pain. I do understand it, but we cannot go into pain-free state of alignment without making the appropriate changes, without changing who we are and how we cope with life. Because the way you're coping right now, if you're feeling pain, is the opposite way that you're going to be coping when you're pain-free. Because in the pain-free state, you know how to navigate your energy, you know how to give and receive, you know when you're getting tired and you need to rest, you know how to recharge, you know how to put yourself first, you know how to fill your cup first and then be giving. But that's not a state where you can't feel pain. Because when you can't feel pain, you can be going over yourself even for your whole life, and you're neglecting and suppressing your pain. Okay, so some important topics arose to me during this hospital experience. I see how positive it was compared to where I've been, but I can also see that it can be so much better. And basically what can be better is that the shift from pain to pain-free is instant. It's very simple, it's very easy, but we need to allow ourselves to get to that state. We need to allow ourselves to make that shift by not supporting the current state anymore. Because in the state where you have pain, you're still holding on to the past, to your old beliefs, to the coping mechanisms that you think serve you well, but they create pain because you're holding on to something that isn't alignment, isn't the natural state, because the natural state is healthy. The natural state is being. The natural state is very neutral. It's not positive or negative. It knows the both aspects of each thing, each situation. There's always a positive and negative approach to them, but being in the natural state is the neutrality of things. And in the neutrality of things, we know we don't need to feel pain. But to get to that neutrality, we must allow ourselves to feel the pain and accept ourselves with it, and accept that it's just our energy transformed, and we can work so much with our energy by focusing on it. And what I want to say that these tests and these scans or whatever we receive at the specialist or in the hospitals, it's a great tool for you to then go and be with yourself. Don't rush this experience. Know that you're in charge of your time here, and you can request or just say that you need the time to do the energetical work, to do your breathing exercise, to visualize better according to the scans. Okay, I can feel better, and you have eliminated all that's not wrong, everything that's healthy. Probably you have to focus on that in the scans, also in the results. This all is healthy. So there's just some simple thing which could, with chronic pain it often is. We often believe there must be something wrong with me, there for sure I must have a disease, something serious. But often it's just the form of energy that we have stored there, and there's the potential that we have to shift into what we want, to live what we want. And so according to the scans, we can then work with our energy. We can help the body to reinstate those movements that have been suppressed in the past, because a lot of fear has stopped the natural movements. You have been storing fear in a certain place, and that's where your pain is now, and you can release that fear. But being gentle to yourself and taking the time you need, and time and space, will allow you to heal so much more than just needing the result, because needing the problem, looking for the problem, searching for the problem. So yeah, you are your hospital experience, and I hope this will help you better navigate it.